And we're back with the WHHI Daily News. Stephen Combs has joined us once again. He's a PIO, which stands for Public Information Officer for the Bluffton Fire District. Last time we talked about smoke alarms. Now we're going to talk about a very important topic, having an emergency plan. Spring break's coming up. Good time for family to get together to talk about your escape plan.
Absolutely. You know, when parents are home with their children, it's a great time to think about, you know, what are some activities that we can do, not just to keep them occupied, but to keep them safe. And developing that home fire escape plan is really critical.
And there are a lot of resources, both on your website, the South Carolina website, the National Fire Prevention Association website. So a lot of resources can help you decide what that plan looks like.
Right.
So let's kind of go through some of those tips for the plan.
Sure. So we have some resources, like you mentioned, on our website. The key is to develop at least 2 ways to get out of every room. So either a doorway or a window, and making sure that once you do get out of the house, that you have a family meeting place so you can account for everybody in the home.
Once you get out, you don't go back in, right? Let's say there's a pet.
No, we don't want anybody to go back for any reason, whether it's your prized PS5 or your pet. Hopefully, as part of your escape planning, you get your pet out with you. But in the event that you're not able to do that, we do have our firefighters are equipped to go in and find those pets. We have special equipment on our engines to provide air for a pet. So we're prepared in the event that we have to go in and rescue pets. Okay,
so Stephen, you said at least 2 ways to get out of every room. Wonder if you're on a 2nd or 3rd floor.
That's always a concern, because especially when you have larger apartment complexes, multifamily units in this area, a single floor is easy to get out of, but then questions come up. How do I get out of my 2nd floor? There are fire escape ladders that are available on the market for residential locations. Those are things that you'll have to practice, especially if you have children or people with functional needs or something like that may not be able to get out. And so they have those available. The other thing is, if you truly can't get out, both A and B locations are blocked, then we want you to close the door, put as many doors between you as you can, and get on the phone with 911 to let us know where you're located in the building. That way, as soon as we're on scene, we can begin that rescue process.
And so putting that plan together is critical, but then practicing the plan as a family is also critical.
Right. I think about sports. You know, they don't just go play a game of football without practicing. They literally go through that process so that they don't fail. They know the plan, the coach calls the plan, and they know where to go. It's the same thing with that home fire escape plan. Your parents need to be the coach to guide those children and the entire family how to get out, and really practice that. What does it sound like when the smoke alarm goes off? You should be testing those smoke alarms at least once a month, so that the children become familiar. When they hear those 3 beeps, they know to go out.
Okay, any other tips on the plan that you want to share?
Sure, in terms of getting out, thinking about if you are in that 2nd or 3rd story building, get to a window. Anytime there's a fire, we want to keep in mind that the smoke typically covers that upper portion of the room first. The room is going to be blacked out. It's going to be very difficult to see. So get low and go is the term that we use. So stay low, and if you can get next to the window before firefighters arrive, get over there for some fresh air.
Very good. And you gave me some interesting statistics about mostly the fires in the Bluffton area have been businesses and not residents.
Just last year, we only had, we had 11 home fires. The rest of those were, of 147 calls, were vehicle fires, structure fires, brush fires. So thankfully, residential fires are not we don't see those quite a bit.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
But it can happen. That's why you need to have a plan. And
correct.
What was the South Carolina resource? What was that?
The South Carolina resource is FireSafe SC, firesafe.sc.gov, firesafe.gov.
All right, and then there's the National Fire Prevention Association, and then of course the Bluffton Fire District. Thank you, Stephen Combs. As always, good tips, good information. And we'll be right back with more news. Stay tuned.